Hey, welcome back everybody. It's been a while since we posted. Today we got a new adventure. We're headed out to California Valley. We are going to go take a look at this surprise truck. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is, but my son's been eyeing this truck the last few years, and we sent out some feelers, and we actually got hooked up with the owner, and he did want to sell it. So stay with us. We're going to adventure out there. We just stopped by AutoZone to pick up some supplies to wash it and start getting it cleaned up. But anyways, stay with us. We're going to adventure out there and hopefully get this thing drive home, and then we'll go do a walk around on it.
So stay tuned.
All right, you guys, we're a few minutes away from our destination. We're climbing this little grade here, and we'll be at the house there. I'm not sure the owner's going to want to be on video, but we'll do the best we can. If not, we will show the truck when we get it over to my property. Stay tuned. All right, you guys, we just picked up this truck. We didn't get any video. We had to put fuel in it, put a battery in it, and they got it going. The guy spent some time with my son. The guy Richard that sold us the truck went over a bunch of stuff on it, so he knows how to actually drive it. I can't wait to get there to show you guys. I'm gonna flip you around here. All right, you guys, this is the backside of a 1986 Chevy 2-wheel drive 3+3 dually. This is the original haul truck. Big block 454 with a 400 transmission, which has a Mitchell splitter in it. So you can go from a low to a high gear for hauling. Has a fifth wheel hitch in it, air horns. Can't wait to get this to the property to do a clean walk around on it and show you guys in detail. All right, you guys, the maiden voyage made it to the ranch here. This is a 1986 C30. It's a 3+3 long bed dually 2-wheel drive. We're going to go ahead and switch you around. I'm going to switch you over to my son, and I'm going to take over the camera. He's going to do the walk around on it, and we'll get into some details of what this thing has and what our plans are for it. So stay with me and while we get switched around, and we'll do the walk around.
So the interior on this truck's pretty rough right at the moment. Overall, for something this year, I think it's still pretty good, but if you want to come in and take a closer look, we're definitely going to have some wiring work to do. The radio is right now out of it. There's a whole bunch of auxiliary switches, different horns. There's a 60-gallon fuel tank in the bed, a big transfer tank, which is pretty cool. This truck does have the dual fuel tanks on each side as well, so there's a switch for that. So it's got the wood center console, which is pretty cool. Probably my favorite thing, because the truck does have a turbo 400, so it doesn't have that overdrive gear, especially with the big block motor it has. The gas mileage is pretty bad, especially if you're towing. So he did have whoever from the factory, they installed a Mitchell gear splitter, high and low, for the overdrive gear. So technically it is a 5-speed, so you get a little bit better mileage on the highway as well. Like I said, we're probably going to have to dig pretty deep into the wiring. It's got some light issues, and I think the fuel gauges, we're probably going to have to do sending units on the fuel tanks, and maybe do like a GPS speedometer as well, because with the overdrive gear, I don't think the speedometer is probably going to work reliably for too long. But here, if you want to hop on the outside, we'll show you a couple other things about it. So this is an unwashed look at what's underneath the hood. Pretty well seasoned big block 454. It's carbureted. Another really cool thing here on this side as well, it's got a an auxiliary air tank. Runs the horn, or you can plug in, fill your tires, do whatever you want with it. It's wired, tapped into another one down on the frame rail underneath the driver's side door as well.
It's a bigger auxiliary tank.
Another big auxiliary tank, yeah. And then jumping from that, we got the awesome nostalgic semi truck running lights. It's got running lights down on the kick panels. Underneath this toolbox, there's a 60-gallon fuel cell as well.
A metal one.
So down in here, there's a couple old rusty things, a drive shaft, a couple cross members. This is where you fill the auxiliary tank. In the back, there's an old school fifth wheel hitch as well. He ended up giving us the spare tire as well as the tool to change that out as well. Pretty cool patina on the back. I think it adds a lot of character. So this model as well, being the C30 dually, it is the 3x3, so it's got a big back seat. He ended up hooking us up with a whole bunch of stuff. There's the dash panels underneath there, a couple more tubes for the AC. We did actually test the heater in the AC, and to our surprise, they're actually blowing. And the AC does blow halfway cold, so I think it's just gonna need a recharge and we should be good. It's spent a lot of its life out here in the California desert, so there's not too much rust. There's a little bit up here underneath the doors, but that's normal. Nothing too crazy that is not necessarily unfixable.
All right, I would say thanks to my son for doing the walk around and showing you guys the truck, and I really want to thank Richard, the guy that we bought it from. He gave us a hell of a deal. We got a lot of work ahead of us, so we're gonna pull this thing up over to the pressure washer. We're gonna start degreasing and maybe give it a rinse on the outside just to butter it up a little bit and get our inspiration going and what we're gonna do next.
All right, we're gonna get this big girl fired up here and go move it over so we can give it its first wash. So here we go. Let it come alive a little bit before we move it. And she's off. Forgot to shut the doors.
All right, you guys, we got the Shop Pro engine degreaser. We're gonna go ahead and douse this engine down and engine compartment and get it cleaned up so we know what we're working with. Probably gonna take a lot more than this, but this will get us started anyways. All right, one can down. All right, you guys, so we got her washed up as best we could with the water hose and scrubbing on it with some Simple Green and a brush. It's not as clean as we wanted to get her today, but our pressure washer took a you know what on us, so we went ahead and just hand washed it and got her cleaned up. But for now, that's all we're gonna do till we get our pressure washer fixed, and then we're gonna do the engine compartment again and probably do the whole thing and hopefully maybe cut and buff it and see how the patina turns out on it. Other than that, it needs a full tune-up and we need to get the paperwork straightened out. That being said, I didn't buy this truck to start a whole new series. I'm going to be finishing up my 1963 Chevy pickup that was in my last video. Had some things come up where I had to do some work, so I haven't been able to make a video in a while, but we're wrapping that stuff up and I'm going to get back on making a video on the 63 and getting that back on the road. In the meantime, my son and I, we're going to tag team this one together. We went in halves on it, so I can't wait to see what we do with it and keep you guys entertained. Thanks for watching.
All right, we're gonna take this thing for a little drive.